Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very exciting episode of the Save Slot 3 Gamescast. I'm your host, EUF Gizmo, joined this week by Massive Das
Hello, everyone.
and Mr. Craig B. and Craig.
Hi, Dave.
Boys, another week has gone. Lots has happened. We've got an Xbox show to talk about. Chris is going to talk us through how to PC game. And Liverpool are still terrible at football, so it's good. It's a good week.
Yeah, they just got done by a 95th minute long throw, Dave.
That's what you love to see. That's
Some
what you love to
low
see,
blow in this world, isn't there?
apart from a team at the bottom of the table. That's not what you want to see. But Liverpool, let's all laugh at Liverpool. Ha 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 ha. Right, but before we get to the news and the tots, let's start with what we've been buying, what we've been playing, and there's only one place to start, and that is in the hallowed halls of Pengi Manor.
Right. Well, there's no pickups,
Nice.
so there's that. Played there's something that we'll talk about in the news. For that. So I've only got two things. So on the Rogue Ally, Marvel Cosmic Invasion,
Huge.
which works really well as a handheld game. With the low wattage, putting because you're using the new Xbox app and stuff, and it's handheld optimized, like putting it down to like the 15-watt mode and stuff. Still 60 frames, still 1080p, even when playing co-op of yes, it's full player co-op, but you could obviously with the tagging in and tagging out, you could have 8 characters on screen at once, and then all the enemies and stuff like that. Yeah, it works very well, so very impressed with that. It's a fun little game, wasn't that long, it's about 2 hours. I did it like all co-op and like join people in co-op sessions and things like that on it. So even though I see Craig's got it, I haven't the achievement for finishing the game in co-op. We only need to do the last level. I joined someone. We did like 80% of that level together. They left just before we fought the final boss and stuff. So that's annoying. I haven't got that achievement. So I don't know if they left on purpose or something. That's annoying. I did try to join other games and stuff on there, but you've got to try to hope, people were playing that last mission and stuff. And it's like, it's only 50 Gs, it's Xbox. They don't really care that much to
Wow.
wait around trying to get these. If it was a gold trophy or something, Dave, I'd be like, yeah, we're gonna try to get this all the time. But yeah, so that's that. And then the other one I started a couple of days ago, I think now. Was a pickup from last week. Is Eric's Home. Can't remember what the subtitle was. Stolen Dreams. I think it's Stolen Dreams, which is like the top-down stealth game. Gives a little bit of Plague Tale vibes with what the main character looks like, and she needs to save her brother and all that stuff. I'm only on chapter 3. I'm near the end of chapter 3. Because weirdly, the trophies have the percentage of like how close you are. So I think I'm like 80% through chapter 3, something like that. It's actually pretty good. The cutscenes are really good and stuff. It's in like obviously Unreal Engine. Voice acting is pretty good. And when you are walking around trying to be stealth, like all the police officers are all talking to each other, and they all got different names and their lines of dialogue, and it's like, right, gotta let them finish their conversation so you can stealth around and sneak in the shadows, and that got a weapon now as well. You got a blow dart, you can put the enemies to sleep, and then sleep faster. So yeah, I haven't played a huge amount of it, but what I have is pretty good. It's like one of those like double A-ish type of titles that are like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's not gonna knock your socks off or anything like that. But if it came to like Plus or Xbox for like a Cray, yeah, I would go, oh yeah, it's worth maybe checking out.
I really only have two questions, Pengi. First of all, was he? Was Eric home?
I don't know. Don't know yet.
There we go, that's part. And secondly, do you realise your comment about 50 Gs?
Yeah.
You are actually only 1,261 points ahead of Craig at the moment, so maybe those 50 points, Pengi, are more important than you think they are.
I don't really
He's
care
coming
if Craig passes
like
me or
a
not.
like Gandalf.
Yeah.
At Helm's Deep, Craig soon will appear, take achievements from you, and then once he's taken achievements, he can put all his energy on playing 200 easy ass quiz games to take your platinums away as well. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah.
I think I nearly overtook him quite recently. Then he played keeper. He's what put him back like
Yeah.
a little bit ahead of me again.
Yeah.
I do feel like you need to overtake Craigo for like just prosperity, like to make it feel like there's good still left in the world. I think I need to see you at the top of my Xbox achievement list for friends.
Yeah, so much of Pengi's is nonsense though, isn't it? So you got to remember.
It's not that it's pretty bad on Xbox. It's nowhere near as bad as on PlayStation. It's the PlayStation Platinums. If you were to take away the ones that Sony has now delisted because they don't class them as actual games, I think Pengi would be down to about 3, maybe 4.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, very cool.
But anything else, Pengi? Have you played anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Lovely. Well, Craigo.
Oh no,
Here
I
we
tell a
go.
lie.
Every week.
Because I've seen it on your list, Dave. It just reminded me. I played some 2XKO. Let's play on PlayStation.
Yeah, did you get any achievements or trophies for winning a match yet, Pengi?
I got that one. I got the
nice.
winning a match on in match made lobby and stuff like that. I haven't got the winning one in a ranked game yet because you have to get to level 3, right? And it's like, where's the pro? That sounds really like
that does sound like a terrible, ridiculously high barrier entry.
No.
Level 3, Dave. What are you thinking?
no, okay, it's not that high, but like, where's the progress bar and stuff like? How far away am I to
It's
like leveling up?
literally the first thing you see when the game loads up. It's on the menu.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
top
because I was like, where's leveling up? Like, how many more matches do I have to play in casual before I can
How many more of these bloody matches does he have to play, Dave? In this
know.
bloody game. He's
Especially
just got to
'cause-
play these fighting games. I've got to do actual fighting in the fighting game.
Yeah, but
Where's
I'm
my
saying,
4-hour anime? Like, tell it.
no, but I'm
Get it on
saying
eBay.
get from casual to ranked. You know.
It is free to play, Pengi. They don't want you to do it all in like 10 minutes.
No, yeah.
I
They
think
want
it
me
takes.
to learn the game before heresy.
I think level 3 took
what-
me about 2 hours, Pengi.
Okay.
And did I
There you
get railed in casual when the ranked servers were down? Oh boy. But we'll get to that when we get to my games. But is there anything else, Pengi, before I move on to Craig?
No, I'm pretty sure that is everything.
You're pretty
now.
sure? I need 100% sure.
I am 100% sure.
Perfect. Craigo, what have you bought and played this week, my handsome friend?
In terms of buying, nothing again. In terms of playing, I've finished Metroid Prime 4 now,
Woo!
which I think I was near the end last time, wasn't I? I think I was doing the green crystals.
You were. There was
I
a
just
rant.
started that.
How
Yeah, there
did
was
you
a
find
rat.
the green crystals in the end, Craig?
Oh, it's bloody dreadful, isn't it?
It's not
It's
ideal.
bloody dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I do think it's a game that, yeah, it really does peter out, doesn't it? It's a shame. Because like the first like half of that game, I'm like, oh, this probably might have made my top 10. Then the second half, I'm like, oh no, this ain't making my top 10. Like, there's no chance. I mean, the second half's like meh to loving the green crystal stuff, which is bad, isn't it? But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit of a shame because I feel like the first few dungeons are like really good and interesting, and then it just like it just goes to just corridors and the great mine. It's just like yeah, it's a mine, isn't it? You're right, it's a mine.
And it was
Yeah.
not great.
No, it wasn't great, was it? So yeah, I feel like the first ones, it's kind of like focused on like like the mystique of this like world and this race of people, right? And there's a big tree and it all looks beautiful, and then you go to the vault. Is it the vault forge? It's called, and you got it's doing the factory, and oh, this is cool and that. And then the last ones, you're just like, oh, I'm in a mine.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
very front loaded, I think is the phrase for.
Oh yeah,
Metroid
like I said, the
Prime.
first half's very good. The second half is like I said, meh to some parts, just plain bad. Like that the crystal bit is just bad, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, it's not that long. That second half, I still like the game. I still think the game's good. It's just it doesn't keep the highs of the front portion of the game, which is a bit of a shame. What else have I played, boys? I've started and I finished today Skate Story because that's on
Ooh.
Plus. That is very good. That is fantastic.
Oh
I
yeah,
absolutely love
see,
that.
it was. Said it was.
Yeah, that might have actually been my 10 if I'd played that last year. That's phenomenal. Yeah, it's got such a like it's very artsy. Obviously, it's such a cool art style. The soundtrack is just incredible. It's phenomenal. I think I've already had a look. It's on Spotify, so I'm gonna be listening to that on Spotify for a bit because yeah, it is so good, the soundtrack. And it feels great to play. It almost reminds me a little bit of Sword of the Sea, Pengi, because it's just one of those like Zen games. It's like
Yeah.
momentum, like it's not too hard. Even the boss fights, you're doing your combos and that, but it's not like oh, I've really got to be like incredible at this to be progressing at all times. It's just yeah, it feels great to play. Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. My like one tiny criticism is because of the camera angles. Sometimes I would find like I would miss like oh, there's a small ledge in the ground, and I would just skate straight into it without realizing. I don't know if you ever did the same, Pengi.
I
But
did a few times, yeah. Or I'm
yeah,
like, oh,
that's
I missed this jump on that here because I couldn't quite see
yeah,
it properly.
but
I
like it
think you
does have
can.
that.
I think you can change the camera angle and that, but I think that's also part of the game's like charm and art direction
Yeah,
is
I
how the
wouldn't want
camera
to.
is. Yeah.
It wasn't that much of an issue for me. It was like every now and again, and even when you do fall off or whatever, it gets you straight back up and going so fast. So I'm not getting frustrated by this. Like it's fine. Because you said the camera angle was part of the like experience in it
Hmm.
ultimately. So yeah, that's finished now. It's great. It's fantastic. I would definitely recommend giving that a go if you have Plus. Because it's very good. It's one of the better games from last year, absolutely. And then the only other thing I've been playing, and I think I've nearly finished it now. In fact, I can tell you, I can give you a live percentage because I've got the PlayStation on, haven't I? Is Stray, which I am 90% through, boys.
Nice.
So I've nearly finished off Stray. Obviously, mainly been playing that on the Portal. So yeah, I'll probably have that done fairly soon, and I'll be starting probably two new games after that. I reckon I'll probably start two from the backlog. I'll probably have not Fire, Silent Hill F on the actual playing on the console on the TV, and then I reckon I'll probably start up Hyrule Warriors on the Switch. Have that as a handheld. Take over from the Portal from a little bit. But yeah, that's it from me, Davey.
Yeah, dude.
Dave, have you been playing PlayStation Plus indies?
Fuck no. If I'm ever
No.
playing PlayStation Plus Indies, you know it's a cry for help, and I'm really close to calling it. You know, like real close. Like, come over at that point. I need you. If you catch me playing PlayStation Indies, what I have been playing, Pengi, on the Pengi Station 5. So first of all, I've also played some 2XKO. It's funny actually. Having played Marvel Token since, Token is definitely better for beginners. Which should be a shock to no one, as this is the League of Legends people that made 2XKO. But in general, for a free-to-play fighting game, there is quite a lot of content. I think it runs okay on PlayStation 5. I've noticed really bad screen tearing. I don't know if that's the same for you.
Yeah, it has got. But I thought maybe it's a PlayStation Pro thing because
No.
obviously, Skate Story, for instance, ran atrocious on PlayStation Pro until it got a patch. It was like worse than anything. But yeah, if you're also getting the problem, it's yeah.
Yeah, so that's not great. But the game itself is okay. At the moment, I'm in that weird bit where I'm like, I've got the basics, the kind of core in, but it's trying to get my head around these sort of bigger combos because it's so combo heavy that like you can get caught out online and you can lose half a health bar by, to be honest with you, RE spam. It seems to be the way to go at the minute, but as it's a fighting game, this happens, right? But for a free experience, it's fine for me. So we'll continue with that. So to continue with the PlayStation games running badly conversation, it's not specifically PlayStation, but it's just what I played on. Monster Hunter Wilds, boys. Monster Hunter Wilds. So I've finagled it now, so I think it's at the resolution 30 frames mode. I'm about an hour and a half, 2 hours in. I'll be honest, I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it at all. It's kind of boring, and it's ugly, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Is this gonna like get more interesting soon? Because it is just like, go here and kill the monster again. I know that's Monster Hunter, But I feel like Worlds was a little bit more interesting, certainly to start with. And I put a good 20 hours into Worlds. So obviously I have Wilds physically. I'm going to keep giving it another go. And if I just don't like it for another hour or so, then I'll call it. There's no point wasting my time for the sake of it, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's I can see why people are so mixed on it. And like I said, other than occasionally the forum, no one really talks that highly of it. So, but yeah, it's solidly okay. Is probably what I'd say. It's better than Dragon's Dogma. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I was a little bit disappointed by Wild so far. But there we go. And the last PlayStation game I've been playing is Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Craigo, which I've owned for a while. Chloe made me buy it last year at some point. So I'm just doing the campaign, and it's quite fun. It's a Call of Duty campaign. So the story's stupid. It's Call of Duty, right? Modern Call of Duty, and yeah, it's all right. I haven't got to the horror level yet, but I'll tell you when I do. But,
yeah, I was gonna say the horror level is pretty good.
Yeah, and obviously I'm a big old scaredy girl, aren't I? So we'll see. I might need to call Craig to talk me down on the phone, like he did last time I played a horror game. But yeah, and so because I've been doing I've been trying to play more games, so I've had a trophy streak, which is now up to 30 days. So I've just been trying to play through games without stooping to sort of Pengle's levels too often, if I can help it. I don't need to have a jumping taco at any point. But yeah, that was PS5. On Steam, boys, I've been playing Flat Out Ultimate Carnage, which I've had for 4 years, according to my Steam library. And what Flat Out is, Craigo, it is the Wreckfest team's games before Wreckfest. And at some point,
I know. I played this on the 360. I think.
Oh yeah, cool. I think I've talked about it on the podcast before. But what I didn't realize is that Bugbear have bought back the license for it, so they've basically jazzed up the PC version. So it's it has an official Steam Deck mode and all that, and it's so good. It's so fun. It's got that soundtrack from the mid 2000s, the grunge indie soundtrack, and there's a lot of content. The game looks fantastic on my Legion Go. And obviously I'm running it at 120 frames a second, high settings. It looks really good. So yeah, if you're on PC, especially PC handheld, I do really recommend Flat. It's always on sale as well. I think at the moment it's a couple of quid. I think I bought it for about £3 when I got it back in the day. So that's the Steam. On Switch 2, boys, I have finished Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I know, I'm finishing games left, right, and centre. What's happening to me? Really good game. It continues to stay good after what I talked about last week. Story's really, really good. The last couple of missions were brutally hard, if I'm honest. I had to really sit there and think about placements and stuff. But yeah, really great game. And like I said on the forum, it's probably the first instance of the Nintendo Switch Online app feeling worth it for me, because it's just a game that's too expensive to buy legitimately on a console that's it's 25 years old, right? So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's a really good handheld game, and I think if you've got that Fire Emblem itch prior to the one coming out soon, coming out this year, then it's a good one to play. I suppose I just need to find a way to play the Wii version, the sequel now, at some point. I'm sure I can play that allegedly on my Steam Deck. But yeah, Path of Radiance is a lot of fun. And I was actually completely forgot, I have got a pickup. I bought Trails in the Sky first chapter on Switch with my CX gift card that I talked about last week. So I've just got an Amazon gift card left. There's nothing I want to buy at the moment. But yeah, I picked up Trails in the Sky. My reasoning was that I'll either play it or I won't. But if I buy a Switch game, at least I'll get the money back if I decide not to play it, instead of wasting it on something that I'm just not going to play, and not get money back. But I've got the reason I haven't played Trails in the Sky, boys. This is a segue. I've been playing something else now, Craig. I like to do stuff for content on this channel, as you know. So I have a proposition for you. Are you ready for this proposition?
God, you're not playing Metal Gear Solid again, are you?
No. But are you ready? So I could involve Pengi in this, but I figured that Pengi might not do what I'm asking here. So what I've decided, Craig, there's 2 games that I want to play through by the 1st of June. 2 games that have been marked on my backlog and I've been mocked relentlessly for on this podcast for. And I want to play them both. But what I'm saying to you, Craig, is if I don't finish these games by the 1st of June, I will take you out for lunch. And I'll pay, obviously. But if I do, I want you to promise me that by the end of this year, you will play to the end of the story Sleeping Dogs.
How long Sleeping Dogs?
Sleeping Dogs is maybe maybe 10 hours if you ran through it. First of all, you won't. You're going to love it. To me, this is a win-win scenario.
Run through games for sleeping.
No, I think maybe 20 hours to 100%. Like, it's not long. It's not a big game.
Main plus extra is 22.
Yeah, you can easily do that.
Possibly.
I need a commitment, Craig. The 2 games I'm going to suggest, you're never going to believe that I'm going to finish. So I need a commitment. For the content, Craig, will you do it?
How long has Craig got to finish Sleeping Dogs?
By the end of the year. So he's got another 6 months to play this 22-hour amazing game.
Oh, yeah. More than that, like 12 months, 11 months, or whatever.
Well, at the end of the year.
I guess Dave's got to finish his.
Yeah, because Craig. If Craig wants to play it before I finish these games, I mean, that's a lot of faith he's putting in me.
Yeah.
But I will tell you the 2 games if you can give me some commitment for the content, Craig.
Okay.
You in?
Yeah.
So the 2 games that I'm going to finish by the 1st of June, or I've got to buy you lunch, are Nier Automata, which I have started and I'll talk about in a minute, and Persona 5.
Okay.
I wanted for the content, Craig. I could have just.
Haven't you tried Persona 5 before? You've given it up.
I'm on.
Didn't like it as much.
4th attempt, Craig. This is where I'm at. I just didn't want to buy another game. So I have started Nier Automata. So now that we've got Craig locked in, I've just got to the amusement park.
Okay.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it. A lot more than I've ever enjoyed it. I actually had to put it because I've got it on my Legion Go S because it's an Xbox Play Anywhere game. I've had to put it down to do the podcast. I love the chip system for your that you can like take HUD elements away to have like buffs. I think that's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Enjoying the story. I do know most of this, and obviously when I say finish Nier, I mean ending E. I don't mean ending A. I'll actually get to the end of the game. Don't worry. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I've had a lot of spoilers anyway.
You've just seen Andy Cortez play, haven't you? I'm going to play Nier Automata.
So it's actually not. I saw that Andy had played it. The reason it came to my mind was one of the games on the Xbox Developer Direct that we'll talk about later that looks kind of Nier-ish, and I was like, I've never finished Nier. Like, I need to just finish it, right? But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I really like the combat. It plays fantastic on my Legion Go S. I even plugged it in, pumped it onto the TV as well with an Xbox controller, and that's good as well. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. But yeah, that's my commitment. That's obviously we've tied it in now. Like I said, I would throw Pengi in there as well, but there's no way I can get Pengi to finish a game if he doesn't want to. So if Pengi wants to jump in and get a potential free lunch, he's welcome to by finishing Sleeping Dogs. But
all I got to do is finish Sleeping Dogs, which I do own on PS3, Steam, and I think it's in Plus on PS4.
Maybe you've got a problem, Pengi. Maybe you've got a. Sleeping Dogs is routinely on sale for £2 as well, so it's not like I'm asking.
Yeah, I think that's how I bought it for like £2 on Steam to play. It may be they could all work out. I get my Steam machine, Dave, and I need a game to play. And I was like, Sleeping Dogs, that game's gonna run amazing because it's a Xbox 360 game.
Yeah, the Definitive Edition even runs really well on Mac. That's how like available that game is on everything. But yeah, that's my madness. That's my mystery challenge to create.
The good thing is as well, if you do Nier Automata, then we can finally do games of 2017.
Yes.
Our top games.
Yeah,
because I refused before because neither of you have played Nier Automata. Whatever ends up winning then is going to be nonsense.
Yeah, we do have. I mean, Pengi's still got to do it, right? Pengi's not finished Nier Automata. That's silence, isn't it? But that's a games. They're great. So let's get on to the news with Pengi. Time for some news. Pengi, this is your cue. Have we lost Pengi? Wow.
Have we lost you, Dave?
No, I'm here. Technical difficulties, but I think we're back. So Pengi, it's time for the news. Time for some news.
We have 14 items of news.
Baker's dozen.
And some spares. Number one, We had the Game Pass drop part 2 for January. I missed part 1, but we weren't really doing news for the first couple weeks of the podcast this year, sort of thing. And Xbox is weird. They do like this multiple drops, don't they, with stuff, instead of just having like one big drop. I will start off. They've got one game which is only in Ultimate, and it's going to be a weird game. It's My Sims Cozy Bundle. I'm guessing it's only in Game Pass Ultimate because of EA Play, and EA Play is a perk for Game Pass Ultimate. It just seems a really weird game to have in the Ultimate tier, and the only way you can play this is paying 25 quid on your console. Even if you're going to play My Sims Cozy Bundle.
No, Pengi.
No, all the rest are in premium, which is the tier below our PC Game Pass. Nothing here for essential. So we had Resident Evil Village, Mio Memories in Orbit, which you got on Fantasy credit, Dave, and it's turned out to be quite a good one for you.
It has.
Yeah, it's up to an 83 now, I think. I'm really annoyed because obviously after the draft, I saw that and was tempted to bid on it. And I watched one preview. It might have been Noisy Pixel or something like that. And they seemed a bit lukewarm on the preview. And I was like, that's going to be like a mid 70. And didn't bid on it. And that was an 83. It's fair play to Dave. He believed.
Yeah. Any plans to play that, Craig? It seems a little bit.
I don't know. I should probably watch, like some reviews on it or something. But yeah, like I said that one preview. I was like, that's kind of put me off it completely. I assumed it was going to review kind of low, but yeah.
Also, it seems more of a handheld-ish game, and obviously, you haven't got an Xbox option at the moment to play handheld. Well, sort of thing. It is handheld optimized as well, but sort of thing. Then January 21st, so that's been in Gone's Death Stranding Director's Cut.
Woohoo!
Roadcraft was January 21st. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound January 21st, which I've got some interest in being now in Game Pass. There's not really much to buy, like physical or whatever, on PS5 or Switch either. It's more of one there of like, I'm summing the Game Pass PC this month. Ragebound's also on here. I'm going to use, my whole month of Game Pass, and it's something I would play. Either of you interested in Ninja Gaiden Ragebound?
I think it's probably going to be quite hard, isn't it? So maybe not for me. I think if I was going to play one of them, I'd rather play the Shinobi
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try it. Pengi. It's on PC Game Pass, right? So.
Yep. Yeah. Talos Principle 2. Anno Mutation, which is no relation to the Anno ship Ubisoft games. You know the ones I mean.
Yeah.
Drop Duchy, which is like a puzzle game, which I think was well received, like on Steam and PC, even though it's coming obviously the Game Pass.
It's a roguelike.
Yeah, and then the 29th of January is Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2, which is quite a big one. So that's that. Have you both played it? Did you actually end up playing it, Dave?
I haven't played it yet. I played the first one when it was on Game Pass, and I've kind of always held out hope that it would come to a service, so I feel very vindicated right now.
I wonder how it runs on the Legion Go S, though. Hopefully it runs fine.
It runs okay on Steam Deck, so Legion Go has got a little bit more power, right? So it should be okay.
Yeah. Then we got Indica, which recently came to Plus, so obviously it's going to all the services. Final Fantasy 2 is what rounds it out on February 3rd, and they had Final Fantasy 1, I think, is the last thing, and that's everything from the Game Pass drop. So I think it's actually quite a good month. It was Death Stranding, Space Marine, Mio's reviewed well, Resident Evil Village, and Ragebound. I think that's actually a pretty good month, sort of thing. And like I said, they're all on, apart from Sims, all on the premium tier, the middle one as well, which actually Mio's on Ultimate, I guess, because it's a day one game. So yeah, 2 of these are on Ultimate, everything else is premium. So yeah, middle tier for Death Stranding and Space Marine, I think, is pretty good.
Yeah, the reason My Sims is only on Ultimate, Pengi, is because it's a PC game.
I thought because of EA Play.
No, so it's because it's a PC game. It is EA Play, but it's specifically the PC version of it. Because they've also added The Sims 1 and 2.
Okay.
As this called the Sims Birthday Bundle, because they've also added a load of DLC, which is in that document you sent me, but it's not in like the main
Yeah.
picture. So they've added the
Yeah.
Stranger Things, Dead by Daylight DLCs come to Game Pass for free, Grounded 2's update, Sea of Thieves update, The Sims.
I'm also really disappointed. Paw Patrol World leaves on January 31st.
But you can buy it for 20% if you want to do it now,
No.
Pengi.
Citizen Sleeper 2, Starwood Vector. That was a highly regarded game from last year.
I think
That leaves on January 31st if you want to get.
I think Lonely Mountain Snow Riders is the one I'm sad going because Craig. Is it Craig? Have you talked about quite highly about Lonely Mountain games before?
Who, we both played it, didn't we, Pengi?
Yeah, I played
For a
a lot on my quite a bit on ROG the ROG as well.
ROG. But yeah, I think it's a good map. Are you going to play any of this stuff, Craigo? Anything that tickles your fancy?
I think obviously Warhammer's very good. I've played that already. Mio, maybe I will try to check out some reviews, see what it actually is, see what people think of it. I mean, I'd love to sit here and say I'm going to try Death Stranding, but
I really think you'd like it. That's the scary thing with Death Stranding because I haven't minded what I've played of it.
It's a time thing, though,
yeah,
Davey.
yeah, you
it's
are
a
right.
Time thing.
You've got Sleeping Dogs to play, so
yeah. I got so much to play. One day I'll try Death Stranding, but that'll probably be in 2076 and we'll be dead by then. So
yeah, well, you got 40
Come
hours
on.
there.
Lovely, perfect.
And anyway, you mentioned, Dave, there was an Xbox showcase, which is on Tots, but it wasn't just the only showcase. We have the Life is Strange showcase, which showed the trailer for the new game Reunion, which then, like, the trailers on the PlayStation, the YouTube, the Xbox YouTube, PC YouTube, and stuff like that. That's like 2 minutes long. And also in the showcase, they had both actresses, one that plays Chloe and Max, talking about the game and stuff like that. And Chloe is back. They showed how they explained that, because in my Life is Strange 1, Chloe is dead. So they explained how Chloe is in this game.
Wasn't the last game all about alternate timelines, right? I'm guessing that's the reason.
Yeah, and you merge the timelines basically, and the timeline where she's alive is now merged with the one, and then vice versa. If you killed all the Arcadia Bay, they're now alive and stuff like that, and reality's falling apart and stuff, and you have to save the day. I know you'll have no interest, Dave, but you, Craig, have you watched the trailer for the new Life is Strange game? And did you even play Double Exposure?
No, God no. I think I watched a bit of the trailer. I'm kind of over this whole, because the thing is, we're bringing Chloe back. Yes, come on, guys. That's what everyone still wants, right? I don't know if anyone does still want that, do they? Does anyone care? It's been so long.
Only Pengi for the easy platinum. That's why he wants it.
I don't know if anyone cares about Max and Chloe anymore, mate.
Double Exposure wasn't easy plat. I haven't got the plat. You have to play that game.
It wasn't very good, was it?
And it wasn't very good. So, like, the premise at the time is like, we're bringing Max back. I was like, we're getting Max back. That'd be great. And then played it and was like, this is like the third best or worst, or whatever you want to put it. It's like True Colors was really good. We had a new character, a new setting, new powers, and it's like, you brought Max back, and it's like we're doing it again, but this time we also bring Chloe back, and the whole thing is like, this is the finale, this is the end, blah blah blah. So I don't know if we're going to get another Life is Strange after this, and they go back to having a new character, a new setting, or if that's the series just done after this. But it's like, I much sooner had not a True Colors 2, because obviously that would have been Alex again, but like, a new game with a new character, a new cast, new setting, and stuff like that. Then, especially after the last one was not great thing, and it's pretty soon. It's coming March 26th on the PlayStation and the Xbox. No Switch 2 version, anything from Square Enix on this one. And obviously,
I thought it looked really ugly as well. Like, True Colors, I thought was really like nice art style, looked good. I was just like, this just looks like a late 360 game.
They did show clips of the first game, so maybe you were accidentally watching clips of the first game. I don't know.
It just didn't. Yeah, it just didn't. Like I said, I feel like everyone's over this now. Like you said, if you're
Yeah.
gonna make a Life is Strange, do a new character like did with True Characters. Like do
Yeah.
it somewhere else. Like I don't think
Yeah.
anyone cares about Max and Chloe anymore.
And I think True Colors did well as well. So it's not like, oh, True Colors was a flop. We bring back Max or something. It's like it's weirdly the Max game didn't do very well, and now it's like we're gonna bring back Chloe. I guess they always had that idea. I don't know, and how they've done it quite quickly because it's in the same location and everything as the double exposure, sort of thing, and like the same characters and stuff. It only looks like 6 months has passed, so it's not like, oh, we now got made all the characters look older or anything like that. So, bit of a weird one, but we did have that. But there's also a weird one, or is it not really? Ubisoft. Ubisoft are being Ubisoft. They're closing several studios. They're restructuring. They're closing Halifax studio, Abu Dhabi studio, being restructured, and they've cancelled Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake, along with 3 brand new IPs, a mobile game, and the game that's supposed to come out fiscal year 2026 is coming fiscal year 2027, which we will believe is Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. And that's just all going on at Ubisoft, Dave.
Yeah, one of my friends actually works at the Abu Dhabi Ubisoft office, so he's not a happy boy. I shan't repeat what he said to me, but not pleased is the feeling.
I've also heard, even though layoffs supposed to be coming soon, apparently a lot of the staff are trying to leave. So
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to be left if they lay those people off and people leave. But yeah,
there's always people looking for games jobs, sadly, Pengi, or they'll just give it to AI. But yeah, I mean, the big news out of all of this is Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake being cancelled, I suppose. I know it's been in development hell. I don't understand how it should be a fairly straightforward process, you'd think, to remake a game. But there we go. But yeah, I mean, Ubisoft's lost a lot of money. I think their share price has dropped something stupid like 90% in the last like 5 years or something. It's like $4 a share now, and it was up to like 200 at some point. So, who knows? I mean, like I said, they've just got to keep pumping out games that people actually want now, if they've got any chance of survival.
And they've restructured their studios, and they're now called Creative Houses. So you have Creative House 1, who handle flagship titles, which is Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. Creative House 2 do shooters and competitive titles like The Division, Ghost Recon, and Splinter Cell. I'm surprised that Splinter Cell remake wasn't cancelled, sort of thing, because it's not a brand new IP or a mobile game, so that still must be a thing. You got Creative House number 3, the live service games, so Fauna, Crew, Riders Republic, Brawlhalla, and Skulls and Bones. But this is the one that we love. Creative House number 4, narrative adventure, Anno, Might and Magic, Rayman, Prince of Persia. So Prince of Persia is not dead, but the remake, and Beyond Good and Evil. Beyond Good and Evil is still a thing. That is still a thing. And then you have Creative House number 5, which do family-friendly games, Just Dance, Idle Miner Tycoon, Ketchup, I'm sure that I can't be right, Hungry Shark, Invincible, Guardian of the Globe, and Uno, and Hasbro. So Uno still lives for you, Dave, as well.
Thank God.
Thank God. So yeah, that's Ubisoft going forward. Craig,
Sounds very Japanese, doesn't it? The whole creative. It sounds very Nintendo and Square Enix sort of thing.
Creative Business Unit 3. Remember, it did Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, exactly. It's wild, especially when there's a lot of talk that Sands of Time remake was going to be coming out really soon. So I'm guessing they must pretty much been done, and they were like, we can't release this, guys. We can't. Because that was the one they started it in the India studio, didn't they? And then they had to give it to another studio to try and save, essentially, because it had all gone horribly wrong. I'm guessing that studio couldn't save it, from the sound of it. But yeah, it's bleak times, isn't it, for Ubisoft? I don't know. Obviously, I've got Star Wars Outlaws to play. I'm trying to think if they've got anything else I'd really want to play at the moment. Even coming, they did that. They had that whole thing, didn't they? Remember they did that Assassin's Creed show where they just talked about Assassin's Creed for ages a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And that felt like one of the last big rolls of the dice, didn't it? Because it was like, right, Assassin's Creed. You all like Assassin's Creed, right? We're gonna go all in on Creed, and then even since then, I'm like, do people care about Assassin's Creed since then? I don't know. So yeah, it's not looking good for him, is it?
Yeah, because it was supposed to be. Was it Jade? Was the mobile one, and Hex or something was the
Yeah, there
other
was
one
some
with like
witchcraft
Crash?
one, wasn't there?
Yeah, in Russia, and it was all supposed to be in that like Assassin's Creed hub thing, a bit like the Call of
I think it
Duty
was
hub
called
and the
Infinity,
game.
wasn't it?
Yeah, like that. What's ever happened to that? Like,
God,
Shadows.
them not doing that's a good idea, at least, in that, because that wouldn't have ended well for him.
Shadows kind of has that because I play Shadows on PC, and when you load it up, you can like load up. You can actually download like any of the other Assassin's Creed, and it shows you the timeline of the series. So it shows you like, oh yeah, this is when the Valhalla takes place. This is when 2 takes place, and you can just load them and stuff like that. But obviously, I only had Shadows installed, so it was the only one that
Yeah.
like had
I
to
do
play.
hate these game hubs though. Like every time I load up Call of Duty, it actively annoys me. That it's like, do you want to play Black Ops 7? I'm like, I literally don't. I only own the one I've got installed. Why have I got to go to a different menu to select the game that I own? Like, why? Why are we doing this game? Why? Why? But yeah, yeah. I think it's dead, Craig. I think that's the moral of the story. Dead. DED. Dead. But Beyond Good and Evil lives. So maybe that's the turnaround, Pengi.
Yes,
Maybe that's what finally kills them. That comes out, flops, and that's the end of it.
It's Just Dance 2035, still on the Wii.
Yeah, we're still doing Just Dance. So that's a thing. So next news item. So Craig, you did allude to in the podcast some of these games I've listed you've not heard of. Have you heard of 1348? 1348 X Voto.
I hadn't until I looked at the news document about a minute before the show started, Pengi, I'll be honest.
It was coming March 12th, so it's pretty soon. It's pretty soon. I remember it from a showcase. What showcase it was in, I don't know. But that's what I was like. Oh, I remember this game, sort of thing. It's now a PS5 console exclusive. It's just coming to PS5 and PC to make the game as best as it can be, apparently. So there's that. I thought this game was also set in France. It's actually Italy because the main character you play as, she looks a little bit like Joan of Arc to me with the haircut and stuff, sort of thing. But it's actually Italy, and you're trying to save another woman who's voiced by Jennifer English. So this game must be up for Game of the Year then.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, I did. Like I said in the trailer, that was the one thing I took from the trailer was, oh, Jonathan English is in this.
Yeah, Jennifer English is in it. So yeah,
It looked like kind of double A hack and slash. I don't know if it's trying to be a bit like Plague Tale sort of thing. I don't know if that's what it's going for.
That was the vibe I got for it.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it quite had the style of like that first
No,
Plague
there's
Tale game.
something a little
charm
bit.
of it.
There's something a little bit off with it. So I guess we'll find out on March 12th. Like I said, it's not that far away. There's that. One for Dave. New Super Lucky's Tale is getting a PS5 version, March 26th. It's going to be in 4K, 120 frames a second. Davey.
Yeah, it's a strange one. This it's effectively the 4th re-release of the game from its original VR game. It's a game that I remember fondly because it was an Xbox exclusive, and it famously got a Ryan McCaffrey hit piece as a review. One of the few famous Ryan McCaffrey like 5.8s that he gave. Like he gave Alien Isolation a 5.3. It was. I remember being actively annoyed at the time, and I think I am still annoyed actually, Craig. Yeah, it's a really good.
This game's really good.
Yeah, we've both played it multiple times. It's just a really good 3D platformer. It's on every platform already. I don't think it probably needs a PS5 4K 120 frames, but if you haven't played it, it's really good. Might as well play it at the best possible way. It's one. If Craig ever wants a little break from something and to play a handheld, either on Switch or the Portal.
I've already played it.
Did you play it? Did you play it when it was original? Or when it was new? Super Lucky's Tale.
No, I played new Super Lucky's Tale. I played it when it came to Game Pass.
When it came to Game Pass.
New,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. So yeah, I think we'd all agree it's pretty good. So I'm glad it lives again.
Yep, there is an upgrade if you do have it on PS4. It's about £4 the upgrade for it, and obviously they got dual features as well. There's a physical as well coming March 26th, and I wouldn't be surprised if you get a Switch 2 version like this as well, because it is on Switch 1. So, and I wouldn't also be shocked because obviously it's an older title, and that the Switch 2 even gets a 4K 120 frame the second mode, or like a 1080p for 120 frames second. Even though it's not a game that you really need all those frames for, but yeah, I can see a Switch 2 version happening of that as well. Next news item: Greedfall 2, The Dying World has got a date as well, also March 12th. It's been on early access for a while, and you can go buy it on Steam for £35 right now, Craig, if you want to play some Greedfall 2. And obviously, it's coming to consoles on March 12th and 1.0 on PC.
Yeah, I never played the first one. In all honesty, it just kind of looked a bit meh to me. It kind of worries me that this isn't. Well, why does this need to be in early access? What's that all about?
Mm.
Why is that a thing? That worries me a bit, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've not
I've
really.
not seen a single thing about the Greedfall 2. I'll be honest with you. I probably saw it when it was announced, but
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't really seen much on it as well. And you think if it was good, really good in early access, people would be going like, "That's really good in early access." But that's kind of like I didn't put it on news. No Rest for the Wicked. That's been out for a while and not heard anything. And then it gets the co-op update, and I've seen quite a few videos on that now since 'cause it's got its co-op update. That game is still in early access as well, sort of thing.
did you buy
Dave,
the first one, Pengi?
yeah, I bought first
This is
Greedfall one.
I thought this was a you buy sort of game.
Yeah. I didn't play that much of it.
No, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
It sat there with the sinking city on it.
Yeah. It was like that era of game. Sink City, Greedfall. Yeah. I don't think one for Dave, but one is for Dave. Bubsy 4D.
Game of the year. Game of the year. So the trailer they've done for this release date is a really funny trailer, Craig. If you've got 2 minutes to spare, it's worth watching. Because there is a little shot at GTA, which is quite funny at the end. But yeah, Bubsy 4D is weird because it really has no right to look as good as it does, and I'm a little bit worried that not worried. I'm a little bit like this might actually be a good game, like for the first time ever in the Bubsy pantheon. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good, Pengi. It's one that's on the radar for sure.
And it's literally coming to everything. It's coming to Xbox One even.
It is.
And I can't
did
remember
see.
last time. And I can't remember last time I've seen the game coming to Xbox One, sort of thing. But yeah, it's coming to all of it. So, got the options there. I guess maybe if it was on a service for you, Craig, Bubsy 4D, 3D platformer, even though it's called Bubsy 4D.
Yeah, I'm watching the trailer in real time, boys. At the moment, it's just showing the old game, so it's not really.
Yeah, if you've got the volume on, he's making a joke about the bad reviews
I see.
because Bubsy 3D was terrible from the Days Gone team before they became banned. FYI.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching now. Yeah, looks alright. Looks okay.
Yeah, it's a comedy platformer, but I'm from Atari, so I'm all in. Love it.
And we love Atari.
I'll play it on. I'll go and buy an Xbox One. I'll play on Xbox One.
Yeah, you do that, Dave.
I will.
Next news item. Another game with a date, and this is a really close date because it's February 10th, is Crisol, Theatre of Idols. Craigie. So this was shown at the Future Game Show and Tokyo Game Show last year. This title. It's coming to PC, Xbox, and the PS5. And there's a demo out now. Now, the demo out now even says it in the Xbox trailer and the PS5 trailer. If you go watch the PS5 trailer now on the PlayStation YouTube, it says there's a demo out now. The demo is only on Steam. So the demo isn't not out now on PlayStation or Xbox. It's just on Steam. So I played the demo, Craig, on Steam of this horror-ish title. which gave me a little bit of Lies of P vibes as well. Even though this is set in Spain instead of Italy this time, it's called Hispania, where we are too. But you're fighting like doll puppets and stuff like that. You shoot their head falls off. They keep coming at you. Shoot their arms fall off. They still keep coming to. I even had legs just coming at me and trying to kick me and stuff like that. And
It's
then
but a scratch.
That's not what you want, is it?
And then they
kicked.
and they tried to put themselves back together until you like kill them totally, and they like burn because you're like out. You're playing as Gabriel and helping like the sun god and stuff like that. It's like this horror survival game where the mechanic is your blood is the ammo. So you have your health bar. You shoot your 6 bullets in your pistol. You need more bullets. You got to take your own blood, which obviously takes from your health bar and stuff like that. So that's like instead of like trying to find bullets in Resident Evil and stuff, you've got the bullets, but it's like, oh, you got to, with your blood and stuff like that. There's a big bad trying to chase you as well, like Resident Evil game and stuff like that. I quite like the setting. I like the mechanic and stuff like that. I played it on PC, and my PC laptop is not bad. Because I recorded it. I think you said you watched it, Dave.
I did.
The video, and you said it looked quite good. The game defaults to 120 frames per second mode and at high on my laptop. So I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Sort of thing. Started the game up. I was getting about 33 to maybe 40 frames a second, nowhere near 120 frames a second. And this was at high, apparently. I put it down to medium. It went straight back. It went straight up to like 70 something. I locked it at 60 frames a second. Locked straight 60 frames a second at medium. Should be all good. It felt horrendous to like play. I don't know what was wrong with it. Even though it said it's 60 frames a second, and like the counter said it at 60 frames a second, it did not feel that at all. So I don't know what was going on. This build, it even tells you the build was from September, so it was obviously a few months ago, and obviously I'm playing it on PC. But I don't know. I was like, from what I played was fine. I managed to play like the half an hour I record it, and that's what I could. I was like, if this is what the final game's like, I most probably couldn't play this on PC unless, something, maybe the sensitivity on the gun or something was wrong. I don't know, but it's really weird to play. And if I was mostly buying it, I would mostly get it on PlayStation. I don't know how much it is. Maybe it's 40 quid digital, then I maybe wouldn't get it, sort of thing. So maybe it's better optimized there because, there's just the one setting, really. Or the PS5 Pro is, but yeah, it's a weird one. So I like the concept of the game, the setting and stuff like that, but it just felt really weird to play. And I don't really know why.
PC gaming, Pengi. PC gaming.
Yeah.
Sounds bloody awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like when I put it down to medium and you got the uncut frame, I was like, I'm getting 70 odd frames now, but it's like this doesn't feel like 70 odd frames. So I was like, I lock it at 60. It's like I can't see it dropping or anything, but it just doesn't feel right. Unless, like I said, it's something to do with the camera and the sensitivity or something like that. It just felt really odd to play. So yeah.
Give me a controller, give me 2 options. One looks pretty, one runs fast, and that's all I need.
It's true.
Yeah, but this is like complete the options.
It's worked for 1,000 years. Why would we change it now?
Yeah. But so there's that. Then we had, it's come out of nowhere, it's out now, Fighting Force Collection, Dave.
Love it.
On PlayStation and Switch.
PlayStation Switch trophies?
Yeah, there's trophies on the PlayStation, yeah.
Oh, that's why. Don't be pedantic, Pengi. Nice. 2 very different games. Fighting Force 1 is basically Streets of Rage 3D, if I remember rightly. It was a PS1 game?
Yeah.
And Fighting Force 2 is like a weird third-person stealthy action-y game kind of thing on the Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. People love nostalgia, Pengi. Have you purchased this yet?
I have not purchased this yet. You can purchase it for £16 if you wish to do so.
Good. If they bring it to Xbox and I can play it on my handheld, I'd probably be quite tempted.
Yeah, it's on
Compare on
PC,
Switch.
Switch.
Right? Is it Switch 1 or Switch 2?
Yeah. Switch 1.
Bah, boo.
Yeah, like it's a PS1 and a Dreamcast game. It's
I
most
want
probably gonna look
120
great.
frames a second 4K, Pengi. That's what I want for Fighting Force 2.
Yeah, I don't expect it's that at all. Sort of thing. But yeah, Fighting Force 1 was like one I played loads back on the PS1. It's great. Fighting Force 2 I didn't really like, which is weird because it's like a Metal Gear clone
Ugh.
and Headhunter clone on the Dreamcast. It's just I guess the problem was I was like, oh, it's Fighting Force 2. I can't wait to play more Fighting Force. And it's like, oh, this isn't what I want from a Fighting Force game.
And that's why he let the Dreamcast die, Craigo.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I let it die. Craig has never heard of these games and never played these games and never going to play these games.
No, I couldn't even be bothered to look up a trailer while you were talking. So
Yeah. What you could
the
look
one you were
up.
talking about before that horror game as well. I didn't know what that was before the show.
Yeah.
So I looked up a trailer, and then by the time you mentioned it in the news, I'd already forgotten what that trailer was. I had to watch it again. That's how memorable that trailer was to me.
Mm.
I'd already forgotten.
Hell
Already
yeah.
forgotten.
What an endorsement
I
for
remember.
Craigo.
I'm pretty sure that's why I put it on here when I played it. So it's that. I was like, I remember us talking about it from whatever showcase, like the Future Game Show of Tokyo, and we thought, oh, that looks quite good, sort of thing. So, and then I saw this news. So, no, obviously, won't play the demo. One I have played, demo of, but it's coming out properly is March 5th. Is Marathon, Craig.
Huge. It lives. It
It does.
breathes. It's alive.
What is
How
dead
long will it
may
be
never
alive?
die, Craigo.
Yeah.
I actually think the
Yeah.
trailer looks okay. I'll be honest. I watched the new trailer they put out with the vidoc they used to do with Halo, and it
Mhm.
looks okay. But my problem with it is I think the damage is done. That's my issue with Marathon. Because I mean, did we ever discover if it was a physical game that we could buy, Pengi, or was it just
no,
digital?
no physical.
Because
Just digital.
that's where it kills me. Because for physical, I would have been willing to try it based on that developer doc they did. And if it was terrible, I would have traded it in and got some money back. But there's no way I'm not Helldiversing this again and spending 35 quid to play it with you two once. So yeah, I think it's probably dead on arrival if that's because it's a shame. Like I said, the new footage they showed, the game looks a lot better than the beta that everyone hated. But I don't know. I think it's too risky to just do a straight up digital release for me if it's money. But what about you, Pengi? You're Mr. PlayStation.
Yeah, I've got no interest. If I was
Okay.
gonna go spend £35 on instruction shooters, I would buy Art Raiders.
I think that's what's going to happen. What about you, Craig? Are you all in?
Buy it.
Are you all in on Marathon, Craig?
No, I couldn't care less.
What about the controller, Craig? You
Could
love a
not care
controller?
less. No, I'm not buying a controller for a game like this. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's not even getting the controller, but they are doing a dual sense. If you want a Marathon dual sense, sort of thing. It could become rare, like the Concorde one.
Indeed.
What isn't coming out, well it is, but it's got a new date, is Ties of Tomorrow is being delayed from February to April due to feedback from the demo and the betas, Craig.
What the fuck is Ties of
I
Tomorrow?
always. There's Tides of Annihilation and there's Tides of Tomorrow, isn't there? Tides of Annihilation is the Souls-like one, right?
Yes.
And this is the one from the indie team that made something else, and I forgot what else they made.
Road 96.
Oh fuck yeah, it's this game.
It's
isn't
the
it?
it's the
About-
AI ass looking game. I remember we watched it in a
Yeah, it's the
thing, and I
one
was
where
like, this
like
looks terrible.
people do runs, and then it all just sounds a bit odd and ambitious, and it's just not going to work, is it?
So what's supposed to happen? Based on your friends and that, but then how many of your friends are actually playing the game? But let's say you play it, Craig. You play it this way. You've taken all the resources or
Yeah.
something. Then I go and play it, and because you're my friend and you played it, you took all the I don't have those resources to take a sort of thing. But maybe there's, I don't know. You've took all the water. I then take all the fish or something, and then Dave then plays it, and it's like, oh, there's no water, no fish. All I'm left with is, anchovies are fish. What do people don't like? Gherkins. You just left with
Gherkins are
gherkins.
great. You don't like gherkins, weirdo.
Actually, I don't like gherkins. You know what I'm trying to say. You know, we've taken all the good stuff. You know.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like sometimes game developers maybe get a little bit up their own ass?
Yeah, it's just
make a
like,
game in it.
how would no one was pitching this to that someone go, this is too much, guys.
Because they had
Like
a Pengi gherkin up their ass as they were being pitched it. That's what it
this
was.
is too like you're relying on like people's friends to report it as well, and
Yeah, so
like this is let's just make a video game that people can play. Yeah,
No, too
this
easy.
just sounds
Too easy.
yeah.
yeah,
It's just. Well, I remember when it was shown. I was like, this just seems incredibly ambitious from like a team in a game that no one's even gonna have heard of. Like, what are we doing now?
yeah, that's what also my thought was like. You've bought it, Craig, so that's the thing. It's like if I buy the game and no one else has bought it on my friend list, it's like who's taken the water or the fish in my scenario? Is it based on the most popular thing, and the most popular choice was the water or something? Yeah, I was like, how does it work? And if it's only you that have bought it, so if every choice I've got now, whatever you've done, Craig, or something, I'm like, oh, okay, it's fine, but it's every choice that's been made is all Craig's choices, sort of thing. I would have liked to see Dave's choices, but obviously he's
What do the
bought,
numbers mean,
the most
Mason?
popular.
That's what it would have been.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, but that has been delayed from February to April, so not a long delay. So they must still have quite faith in it.
Oh yeah, since they delay it again in April, isn't it?
Mm, yeah, yeah. But one that might excite Dave, Super Mario Wonder Switch 2 version is coming March 26th. Dave.
It is.
Yeah. So we've got Bell Park thing, which is the new multiplayer attraction with mini games. A Toad Parade, which is like a camp thing where you can hang out. Rosalina is now in it. You can play as mouse mode because she's got a Luma with her and stuff like that. It's £17 this upgrade if you want it. There's also 3 new amiibo coming out, also on March 26th, which are Elephant Mario, Poplin and Prince Florin, and Captain Toad and Talking Flower. And talking of Talking Flower, if Craig, you remember this? Remember they were actually making a Talking Flower, Nintendo? That comes March 12th. It's 25 quid if you want a Talking Flower.
Oh hell yeah! To go
Yeah.
along with your Piranha camera thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think 25 quid's that bad, because the amiibo are like 15, and this is £10 more, and it's slightly bigger, and it talks. Um, if you take it in comparison. But Dave, you're the most Nintendo playing of us, I think. Any thoughts on Super Mario Rose Wonder?
Yeah, it's an interesting one because obviously the game itself is incredible, and incredibly good looking. So the little coat of paint this gets is probably not necessary, but it looks good. I think with a lot of these Switch 2 upgrades, it's a really strange proposition where they obviously just want to sell you the Switch 2 edition, but they still want to kind of make it available as an upgrade, right? And it's like in times of yore, it would have just been a Switch 2 edition, and that would have been it. Because as a standalone game, if you've not played Mario Wonder, Mario Wonder plus more content is a great game. Kind of like the Kirby one, right? If you haven't played Kirby in the Forgotten Land, that's a really good deal. But for £17, unless you are very specifically playing this multiplayer with young kids, it's probably not worth it, to be honest with you. It's the same as the Mario Party one. It's exactly the same. It's like its own sectioned off area, and it just wasn't really, unless you play it every day with a group, it probably isn't worth it. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't played Mario Wonder is an absolutely incredible game that is definitely worth playing. But it probably, if the upgrade was a tenner, I think I'd be more recommending to it. But yeah, 17 I think is a little high. There is more content, but it's a lot of it. The single player portion of it, I think you'll probably be looking like you'll be done in like an hour or two tops. So but yeah, the talking flower is funny though. It just randomly talks. You don't set it off. It just randomly starts talking. I'd love to hide it under like my dad's bed or something. Just make him go insane. But
Craig, what about you? Because I believe you haven't played Super Mario Wonder, and you were like, well, I think you were talking about backlog or whatever, and like games you've missed on Switch 2 last week or a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I was talking to some ago. I can't remember what now, but yeah, no, it's one that obviously I missed on the Switch One. That's why I hope they maybe do some more of these like Switch 2 edition games because Obviously, there's quite a lot of stuff that I missed from them. But I think, like Dave said, what I'd be interested in is just like the base game, and if it looks a bit prettier, the stuff they've added is all kind of just like multiplayer-y, like family stuff, right? So it's like, yeah. I'm almost like, well, I'd rather just, yeah. I'm more interested in just the actual base game than what they've
But you
added
can
in the
play as
Switch 2 edition.
Rosalina now, so
Yeah, but that's not what I think, really, is it?
Yeah,
To
I
me?
think it's 4K, like better resolution, all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
yeah.
would interest
Yeah,
me.
and it is a very
Not
pretty game. I don't know
necessarily
if you've watched the trailer, but like it's a pretty game anyway. But yeah.
Yes, now. But that wasn't the only Nintendo game to get an update. This is a free update for Donkey Kong Country Returns HT. And now we can play as Dixie Kong. So she got a different jump than Diddy Kong. You could obviously, when you play alone, you play as Donkey Kong, but you pick up a barrel, you can get Diddy or Dixie. Two players, you can both play Dixie or Diddy in that. They've also added a turbo attack mode with like time attacks and stores like that. They've now added some more language options. You can now play it in Brazilian Portuguese, and it has got game share local users for 2-player. So Dave, you and Chloe can play Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. One of you can now play as Donkey, and one of you can play as Dixie or Diddy in this free update. And you can tell me you don't own this game, Dave, aren't you?
I don't own this game. I think I might have it on Wii, but yeah, the big thing is the bit at the very bottom, optimized for Switch 2 display with high resolution TV with improved image quality. So, but it is funny again. Like we were just talking about Mario, they've added a whole new character here, game share, and it's 4K with better load times, and that's completely free. But then
But
they've
they
charged
have also
17.
re-released this game 6 times already.
They have,
So.
they have, and they've also added Brazilian Portuguese, which is great.
Mhm.
But another great 2D platformer. If you haven't played, it's worth playing.
Yeah. Any interest there, Craig, in Donkey Kong Country Returns HD?
I don't think. I think there's probably other Nintendo games I'd play first, right?
Yeah. And plus, Tropical Freeze is better if you're going to play either of them. That's the one I would recommend, which did get a Switch port from the Wii U. So there you go. And the last bit of news for sticking with Nintendo, Mario Kart World got an update. Dave, tell us more.
Yes, they did get an update, Pengi. They've added Polish, which is interesting.
Nice.
More languages for more people. They fixed a load of bugs, but the main thing is they've added team racing to Knockout Tour. So if we jump on next time, I force you all to jump on.
They're just copying Sonic Team Racing. Copying all the bus kart races.
Look, you've played 2.5 hours of Sonic Racing, Pengi. I don't want to hear it. When you play it more, when you've got to 40 hours of it, I'll have a conversation with you. But yeah, Mario Kart World, they keep adding more content. Hopefully this means that they're working on DLC as well, because I think that's the last real thing they need. I'm sure that I will continue to play it, because the game's great, unless you're a poser. But that's the end of the news.
No, well, Craig might have some thoughts on Mario Kart World and team
Craig
mode.
is well known for speaking Polish, so you are right.
Team mode? Like team mode? You might want to play as a team in a knockout tour? Might you, Craig?
It's a team.
As a team, yes.
Well,
Then
what
if
does
you win,
playing as a team entail?
So
if you win, you get us 50 points.
So
I come last, I get us 1 point.
yeah, so it splits.
Oh, I
It
see.
splits you into like groups of 4, and then the team's score at the end is who wins. It's probably quite
Oh,
fun.
I get it.
But obviously, Pengi's too busy playing Sonic Crossworlds every night with all his many Sonic Crossworld friends. He can't join us.
I feel there's still like it still weirds me you can't just like Grand Prix online with like the lobbies and that, like stuff like that would be good, right, from tomorrow. I feel that'd be a cool thing, wouldn't it? Like doing little like
You
actual
do it
Grand Prix.
You can do it with
like,
friends. I just don't think you
Yeah,
can do it
yeah, but
matchmaking.
like if I just want to matchmake it, surely that'd be fun. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Oh, just a second.
Oh, sorry, Pengwas has just run off to play some more Sonic Racing.
Yeah, he's just unlocked Ichiban, so he's
Yeah. There we go. guess that's the end of the news. It's been a very chaotic episode so far, which I love. It's what we do. It's what we do for all the fans. If you got this far, I want you to comment. The boys are posers, apart from Dave. Sonic is dead, and what else can we do? Pengels is back. So we haven't had to fill the air for too long. That's the news, Pengi. So let's get over to Craig's corner, a dark and dingy place in the corner of his room, to talk about the Xbox Developer _Direct 2026. Craigo, have you got your little list of what occurred during the Developer _Direct 2026?
I don't, but there's only 4 games, so I reckon I can probably, just fucking freeball this shit.
I'm gonna pull it up. So if you do anything out of order, I will kill you.
Yeah, right. Let's see if I can remember the order, boys. So, on Thursday at 6 p.m. UK time, which is obviously the best time, Royal Britannia.
Obviously.
You have the Xbox Developer _Direct. Absolutely love that they've really stuck with that underscore, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Through thick and thin, that underscore persists. We always get one of these like in the start of the year, which has been January, doesn't it? And they're always normally pretty good, so I feel like hopes are normally pretty high for this. Obviously, they announced 3 of the games that were going to be here, and then there was a mystery 4th, which we'll get to. But yeah, we started off, boys, with Forza Horizon 6, right?
Correct.
That's what we started with?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, that's 1 out of 4 I've got right. They show this is the first time we've seen this. All we've really seen before was that little announcement, like, kind of snippet thing a little while ago, right? Was that the Tokyo Game Show? That was random, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was at the Tokyo Game Show, yeah.
Yeah, that's when we saw that little snippet of it, and then we've not really seen anything since. And this was the big reveal. And Shock Horror, it looked brilliant. We got a release date. It's coming in May, I think.
Correct.
Yeah, May 19th.
May 19th, that's it. Yeah, it looked great. I thought they started it off a little bit. They were showing stuff, and it was like the grass where you race across in your 4x4s, and I was like, oh, this just looks like Forza Horizon. Then they started showing the Japan stuff. I was like, I'm in now. I'm in now. That's cool. They started showing all like the kind of the bamboo forests and the traditional Japanese temples and stuff, right? And then they started showing the city, and they were on about the city's fight larger than any town they've ever done before, and I think that's what we all kind of wanted from a Forza Horizon set in Japan, right? Yeah, they showed a lot. They talked a lot. They talked about progression, and they talked about adding more community stuff, because it's a game which is a lot based around playing together, right? And it all looked to me absolutely phenomenal. I know it's one that you've rewatched this showcase today, Dave, and you said how you were particularly excited about Forza Horizon. So what got your juices flowing from this little showing?
I think my words were directly in my veins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I really like about it, because I was somewhat sceptical, and wrongly so. I think I'm just a very negative person at the moment. That perhaps they couldn't possibly be better than Forza Horizon 5, Greg. It couldn't possibly. But I may well have to eat humble pie. So like for me, the setting is really interesting, because I was worried it was just going to be drifting and mountain passes. We've got the biggest city they've ever built. We've got cool, like almost Persona 4 Golden Inaba style little villages and stuff. Fantastic, great. You can tell that their tech has been used in open world games for this and the game we're going to talk about later, because that looked great as well. The most cars they've ever had at launch, 550 cars. I know Craig will get every single one. They've brought back the wristband system from the first 2 games, which is as a progression system I really enjoyed, because it wasn't like it funneled you in a way, but it meant you could go and do different things at different times and it wouldn't affect everything, which I really love.
That is something I'm like really excited for, that like progression system, because that's something it's like my one critique of 4 and 5 is that like you start the game and you're straight to A class. You've got like S1s within like half an hour, and then you got all these cars like B, C, and D. You just barely ever use them.
Yeah.
So
we used to just put
having
everything in 4-wheel drive, and it was a rally car, and that was us, wasn't it? And Like
Yeah.
the older games used to be like, well, no, you do the championships by being this car, like being the Toyota Scirocco, whatever, Volkswagen Scirocco in C class. Like this is that type of event, so you've got to use that type of car. And I like that because one, it adds a bit of challenge. You can't just make your car the best thing in the world and drive to the end. And I just, again, like you said, you've got 550 cars. Like, let me use half of them. But yeah, I'm really impressed. It's one of those that you always know. It's like it's almost, you feel bad for saying it, but it's like it's a given, isn't it? It's going to be a great game. You almost forget about it. But no, I'm really excited for this. It's also coming to absolutely everything. Not PlayStation at launch,
I
but
can
later in
tell
the
you
year.
what's
And
coming
it's
to, if you want to.
yeah,
It's
I've
coming
got
to Xbox Series,
yeah,
Xbox on PC, Xbox Cloud, Steam. It's a play anywhere. It's handheld optimized.
big for me.
It's obviously play it day one on Game Pass Ultimate at launch, and it's coming to PS5 later in 2026.
Exactly. But what did you think of it, Pengi?
Yeah, I thought it looked great. Showed me what I wanted to see. Like, it's weird, like you saying about the drift things and that, but when I think of, Japanese and cars, I think of like Initial D and stuff like that, and Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift and stuff like that. It's like that. And also, it comes out in February, Tokyo Extreme Racer on like the PlayStation. And obviously, where it's always used like that, the Tokyo's motorway system and stuff like that, and they showed that here as well. So like the two things I think of like Japanese cars and stuff like that, like yep, they've got it. It's in here. So it's got a big roster of cars, which is good. And hopefully there's plenty of like more unusual Japanese cars and stuff like that in here. And the progression system you said is is cool because like you do end up using the same car over and over again, unless it's like using the James Bond quests or something in Forza Horizon 5, so you use Bond cars. Otherwise, you're just using the same car. So to make you sort of use certain things, and that should be all good, really.
What about you, Craig?
Yeah, it did look absolutely brilliant. I think they touched on this. They're bringing the garage back as well, right? So you can have your cars in your garage. You can walk around and look at them. And there's some sort of like base building mechanic thing as well.
The estate.
That's it. So you'll be able to build almost like a hangar for your cars by the looks of thing. I don't know if you can wander around that or what that is
Yeah,
exactly,
I think
but
they showed
there's
it
just
in
like
first
a
person wandering around, so you can like go and look at the cars and open the doors and all that jazz you used to be able to do in games on the 360.
yeah. And then like I said, the other big things they kind of seem to be pushing a lot was like the meetups and stuff like that. A lot of the online stuff, I guess. So I guess if we're all just cruising around together, we could go to some meetup and see other people's cars, right? I guess that's what we'd be doing. And then if we like the look at them, you can just buy exactly what they've got. It sounds like as well, which is a cool concept.
Yeah.
I think there's barn finds. I think there's also just like cars parked on the side of the road. They mentioned as well that you'd be able to like there'd be like special cars that you can get. I think there's a Mazda they showed with some stuff sticking out the bonnet, if memory serves you right, which you could just walk up to and buy.
Yeah, they did
Actually,
do.
it'd be
Go on.
it's actually isn't it a Miura in Japan, not an MX-5?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is what they did do. There is a really in-depth developer interview on Xbox Wire that goes into a lot of. It's a big written one. You haven't got to watch anything that's about different aspects. They go into great detail about their cars, the car culture, the estate, and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to read a little bit more about what it's going to do, including the car meets as well, there's too much in here for me to just read out. But there's a lot of stuff with like the main guy. So there's plenty to read if you want on XboxWire.com.
Yeah, I think the big things I wanted going into it was I wanted that big city and I wanted the mountain passes, right? That you the tofu delivery or whatever it is from Initial D. And it looks like that's what we're getting, so that should be exciting. Right, second in the showcase, boys, was Beast of Reincarnation.
Correct again.
Boom! I'm good now. I know the order. So we actually did go to Japan this time. Went to Game Freak, boys.
Yeah.
Those poor guys there. And we got to see their new shiny game for the first time, I guess, properly outside of just that trailer we saw. They showed a lot of it. They were talking a lot. Obviously, it was all kind of subtitled for us, and it looked a lot better than I thought it was going to, boys. I thought this was going to be like Game Freak tries to make a Souls-like and it's going to be crap. That's what I thought was going into this. But I didn't really get those vibes, boys, unless I'm missing everything completely. I looked at just bit more of just like a actiony, bit more of a romp like RPG as opposed to
I believe it's a one-person, one-dog action RPG.
as opposed to fucking smash your head against a brick wall, want to throw yourself out your window like Souls like RPG nonsense crap, right?
Yeah.
Which is good if that is what it turns out to be.
I can read a developer quote for you, Craig, if you'd like, from the Xbox Wire.
Yeah,
article.
go on.
We placed a
Hit
high
me.
priority on the sense of tempo, rather than forcing players to rely solely on split-second reflexes in high-pressure situations. So that's Souls-likes. We want to create more moments where you can pause, think carefully, and fight with the tactical mindset of a command-based RPG. Ticks a lot of Dave boxes, that sentence, Craig.
Yeah,
a
the
lot of Dave
turn-based
boxes.
RPG bit looked kind of Expedition 33.
No, it was a good game. It was more like Pokemon or like Final Fantasy X or something. We don't talk about French games here.
But yeah, it had the bit with the dog, right, where the wolf, whatever it is, where you can choose what the wolf's gonna do, and then it kind of stops everything. Isn't that what like the Final Fantasy remake, the 7 games kind of has as well, right?
Yeah, it's really similar to that.
And then it looked like you've some sort of timing prompt as well after it, a la, I guess a bit like Clair Obscur, which looked really cool as well. So yeah, I came out of this show, a piece of free, I was like really positive. I was like, wow, this looks fantastic. This looks really, really good. What about you, Dave? As you know, a big Pokemon man. Are you excited for the Pokemon team making a game that isn't Pokemon?
I am a big man, and I do like Pokemon. So first of all, this is the game that prompted me to play Nier, because it gave me Nier vibes. And secondly, it is one of the 3 teams that make Pokemon. I know it's a common misconception, but all the blame does not fall upon Game Freak solely. I think a lot of it falls on creatures, but it's a discussion for another podcast, I think. I was really impressed. So this reminds me of last year we had obviously Expedition 33, and the year before we had Hi-Fi Rush. And I feel like this game was this year's one that people were going in. Obviously, we didn't know about Hi-Fi Rush, but people were going into this and, like you said, don't really know what to expect. And I think, for me personally, I've come out of this and I'm like, oh, this is a game that I will definitely play on Game Pass when it comes to Game Pass. It again, as Pengi I'm sure has ready to go. It's coming to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox on PC, Xbox Cloud, Game Pass Day 1, Xbox Play Anywhere, and handheld optimized. I'm guessing PS5 as well.
Weirdly they didn't put PS5 down for this title, but yeah, it's going to PS5 as well.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm really looking forward to playing this now. This has jumped up a list. Am I brave enough to take it or counter pick it on Fantasy? No, because I think it could still go one of 2 ways. But I was really impressed by it, Craig, and it's definitely one that I want to play this year for sure. What about you, Pengi?
Yeah, I thought it looked really good. Like you said, it's weird with Game Freak because they have made games that aren't Pokemon in the past. Like, remember it was Tempo the Elephant or something?
They made what was that awful game they made on Switch? The turn-based one, Last Story Hero, something like that.
Oh, okay.
You know the one I mean?
I don't know. Yeah, I think I know the one you mean. But yeah, they're games that they make that aren't Pokemon don't turn out that great. I think there's only one good one. So it's like we're a little bit worried going into it. I don't mind a Souls game, but like I was like, people might be put off if it's too Soulsy and stuff like that from what we've seen. But yeah, it looks not that. It looks more actiony based than a Souls game, sort of thing. And like you said, I don't. The only thing I see with the Nier setting is obviously it's set in like the year 4026. Yeah, we're like back of like there's no cities and stuff, like we've really gone like backwards and stuff like
There's a blight, Pengi.
There's a blight, so I can see
the blight. It's bloody blights.
I can see in the Nier things like, oh yeah, we're in the future, but it's like all derelict and in the past sort of thing, a bit like a Horizon, sort of thing. Yeah, we're in the future, but we're using bows and arrows, sort of thing. Yeah.
This is also the 4th game they put on an Xbox, by the way. So people are really surprised it's on Xbox. This is the 4th Game Freak game to come to Xbox.
Yeah, they were asked in an interview, I think with IGN about Switch 2, and they were like, "We have nothing to announce at the moment."
Please don't
Yeah,
make us do it. Please.
yeah. Surely someone over at Nintendo is like, "You gotta put this game on the Switch 2, guys," because it's
You've got to
already
put it on the Switch too. You've got 2 days to do it, and your budget is £8.75. Good luck.
yeah, because it's handheld optimized, so we know it's running on like the Steam Deck and But I guess they mean like the ROG Ally X or something with handheld optimized. I don't know exactly because obviously they are different power levels, sort of thing. But yeah, surely if DLSS and all that good stuff, they could get it on the Switch too.
It's funny.
Maybe Nintendo said they could only put it on there if they take out the voice acting.
It's actually been published by what used to be called Private Division, who did No Rest for the Wicked, Penny's Big Breakaway, Hades, stuff like that. So it's quite an interesting probably an interesting development. One day we'll have an interview, we'll find out. But anyway, Craigo, get back on with the party and talk about some more games.
Yeah. I'm just watching the trailer again. Now it does look very pretty. I mentioned the Vine platforming stuff as well. Looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the actual enemy design as well, doesn't it? Because it's got that like animals, monsters that have been taken over by I guess the blight, but the flowers and that. And it's just got very nice character design going on there. So I guess is if they're making Pokemon games, makes sense, right?
Absolutely.
After that, boys, third was the mystery game from Double Fine, and it was Kiln, which is a project that I think we've known about, even though it's not been announced. We've known about for a while. It's just been listed on the Double Fine website, I believe, or something like that, for ages.
Yeah.
That they were working on this. This is obviously the first time they've shown it, and it's a multiplayer pottery like party brawler sort of thing, which is very odd. You start off, you make your character with your pottery wheel, and then depending on, I guess, the size and shape of whatever you make, I think it puts you into a class basically. And then those classes determine how your character plays. I think by the looks of it, you have ultimates depending on that, and that's how you can attack other characters and all that jazz. They were showing it for ages, and I was like, well, what are we doing here then? Eventually they were like, oh yeah, and then the whole idea of pick up water and then you try and put out the other team's kill, and I was like, oh, that should have started with that. That makes sense now.
Wait, it's a MOBA?
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, that now you've actually said what we're doing, that makes sense. Yeah, it's an odd one. It looks cool. Obviously it's Double Fine, which is always interesting. You do wonder how much legs these multiplayer games have, right? And there's so much kind of demanding your time, but it's a sort of thing which might be fun for like a couple of sessions on Game Pass, I feel personally. What about you, Dave?
Yeah, pretty much exactly what you said. I think it'll be fun to play it on Game Pass when it comes out. Obviously, it's like everything else on this. It's Xbox Play Anywhere, handheld optimized, bloody blah. Obviously, this one is coming to PlayStation Day 1 and Steam, so that's cool. But yeah, I think it looks fun. It's got that typical Double Fine sort of humour and style. And it's just nice to have a game that's completely different to everything else. And games like this are, in my opinion, the sort of the big selling point of something like Game Pass, because obviously you're not going to go out and buy a game like this unless you're a die-hard Double Fine fan. But on Game Pass, it could have a life, even if it's a short life. And you never know, right? Games like this get popular all the time, whether they're indie games or they're big publisher games. So you never know; it could be the next big thing. But yeah, it looks silly and fun. I feel like we'll play it once or twice, right, on an evening, and then if it's fun, we'll keep playing it, and if it's not, it was an evening, you know. What about you, Pengi?
Yeah, same. It looks quite fun and interesting. Sort of thing is one that I would check out on Game Pass. It's not. It's getting a little bit like we were talking earlier of like Ninja Gaiden and Rage Bound. It's like it's not one I'm suddenly going to sub and pay my 15 quid for on PC Game Pass. But it's like, I'm subbing this month. Oh, Kiln's out as Rage Bound's out. Oh, I got quite a bit of few things to play. That sort of type of deal.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it does. They did say about they support it, I believe, as well going forward. But yeah, you say I guess it would depend on how it does.
Yeah.
But the big kind of mystery game, and then to round it all off, boys, we had Fable back to Playground again. This is obviously their other team that they've sprung up, which they talked about. And this was basically the first proper look we've had at this game since it was announced in 2001, I want to say, or 2002?
2021?
You mean
2022?
2021, sorry. Yeah,
You did this.
I
You did
was
this
gonna
last
say-
time. Craig's wishing to go
Yeah,
back.
I know.
Take him back.
I think that's what they was. There was a big spew, wasn't it, when they announced
Yeah.
loads of games way too early. This is one of the only ones that I think we ever actually see again. But it looks a bit. A lot of them got cancelled, right?
Oh, we got
but yeah, it's the first
Redfall.
time we
Don't worry.
Yeah, I think that after, I don't know. But yeah, this is the first time we've seen it. And it looked awesome. I thought, boys. Like, the environments is what really stood out to me. They looked absolutely beautiful. Obviously, it's very. I think that's kind of what I was expecting from, like, the Forza Horizon environments are always great, right? So I was like, the environments are definitely gonna look good. It's everything else I was kind of curious about. But yeah, the environments did look good, and then we saw a fair bit of other stuff. We did see the combat, which I thought looked actually a lot better than I was expecting. In all honesty, it kind of there was a bit of a sword bit. He was using the magic. The magic looked pretty cool. And then there was a bit where he had a big hammer, guys, and he was just hammering these little dudes, and that looked really cool, making a good thud noise. They were going flying. That looked pretty spectacular. And then they went on to talk about stuff that apparently the first two games had, which I haven't played, so I don't know, but about having kind of the marriage system, the kids. There's 1,000 NPCs in the game, and they've all actually got names. They've all handcrafted. Apparently, they've all got voice acting. You can follow them around, guys, and see their day. I feel like we've heard other developers say stuff like that, haven't we? And they do their day, they do their work, and they have their hobbies and all that jazz. But I thought the coolest part of that was how they react to you. There was the bit where he's talking to someone and they thought he was a rich twat. That was pretty cool, right? And even just as it seems these little towns and villages, they were like either yelling abuse at you or cheering you on, which was pretty cool as well. They spoke a lot about choices and stuff like that. I think that's kind of what we want to hear, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want to hear the choices are kind of not particularly black and white, which I felt like was something they were kind of staying away from. It doesn't look like they've got the if you're evil, you have your horns, and if you're good, you have your halo. Yeah, which I kind of like the idea of, because it makes you think it's not going to be as like, right, this is the good choice and this is the evil choice. It's all going to be a bit more kind of
that's
opaque
what
than
they're
that.
saying with the NPCs and stuff like that, with all 1,000 having different personalities. Like you said, the one might think you're a rich twat, someone else doesn't. So what is good, what is bad? You could be bad in one town, but you've not been to the other towns, and none of those people know you, and then you could do all good deeds with all those NPCs. So it's like, well, you're good in one town, you're bad in what the other one is like. What's that? Overall.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that all sounded pretty good to me, and they did also show off that there's. I don't think they said it was a character creator, but there's presets that you can choose from. You're not locked to that slightly weird-looking woman that they've shown particularly every time so far, right? So the only Fable game I've played is 3, which is, I think, the worst of the original trilogy, right?
Yes.
And I didn't think it was particularly great, but. So I don't have a huge amount of nostalgia for Fable, but watching this, I thought this looked very, very good indeed. Pengi, I think you did play the original Fables, right?
Yeah, I played all 3 of them.
There you go.
Fable
So did
1
this tickle
Fable
your
1
fancy?
Fable 1 is actually like one of the games I finished the most ever, sort of thing.
There you go.
Yeah, this tickled me quite a bit. I'm very much looking forward to this coming autumn 2026. Everything they've shown is, what you want from a Fable game, which, they said they had to get, they decided to do it. A British studio, Xbox, thought that was the right thing to do because, if you give this to, let's say, what were they even called? The one that they shut down from Santa Monica.
Legends.
That was good. Fun?
Fable Legends, wasn't it?
No, the Santa Monica Xbox team that they shut down.
Oh, the initiative.
Yeah, like if you gave it to them, like they, this wouldn't be, what Fable is, So they definitely picked the right team and stuff to do this, the title. So it should be good, and it's one with all the different options. Could be quite a chunky one because Fable 1 isn't that long. It's only about 12 hours long, and you can buy houses and stuff. There's only like a certain amount you can buy, and obviously NPCs back then only did so much, and that sort of thing. Like, I can't remember. I don't think you could buy businesses in any of them. And that way, and then get employees and be nice or bad to the employees and stuff like that. So yeah, which is obviously all new stuff to the Fable game. And the cutaway things. Apparently, like this, like Office style and the Family Guy style cutaways, so which I'm guessing is what Richard O'Day's character and stuff like that. It's like a side quest, but like cuts away to do the side quest. So I kind of want to see how that works.
Yeah, so I guess you got their own little area and that overgrown like garden little area when they were showing some of the environments, didn't they? So I assume that was his bit there. What about you, Davey? What do you think of Fable?
Yes, first of all, you can buy businesses and shops in Fable 2 and 3, Pengi. You just can't buy staff.
Okay.
Like I was out of equipment, I was like, I'm sure you can buy them, but I'll double check. Yeah, to me it looks like, this sounds really obvious, it looks like Fable 1, 2 and 3 if it were made in 2025. And there's a good...
no dog.
Well, not that we know of.
Oh, they said there's no dog. They said due to development.
Worst game of the year.
Yeah.
Worst game of the year. But yeah, it looks like those type of games. It's got that British humour. It's got a fairly simple combat system that you can jazz up with like the powers and the magic right. Look like a lot of the powers from the other games have returned. Like they showed the lightning, the fire. I think they showed the knife thing as well, which is quite cool. Graphically, it's absolutely stunning. To the point at which I was like, are we still in a cutscene? Oh no, that's just what the game looks like. Okay, that's sick. And obviously the playground. I mean, I've never played a playground game that runs badly. I know they've made racing games, but they're pretty intense open world racing games, right? So yeah, I think signs point to this being a big hit for Xbox this year. Krogo.
Yeah, they said, was it autumn this year? They said as a date. How confident are we that they hit that?
I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, pretty confident.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you confident?
I'm farming here for... ish. Yeah. Ish. I mean, I'm farming here for opinions for fantasy, I'll be honest with you boys, but yeah. Yeah, they probably will hit it, in all honesty. It just is a bit of a risk, and it doesn't have a date for fantasy. That's a bit worrying. But yeah, what they did show was absolutely brilliant, and that was it. That was the show, boys. That was the first developer _ direct of the year. I'd imagine we'll get one near the end of the year because they tend to do that as well, right?
I will point out for Dave, this is the only game that wasn't handheld optimized.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, your handheld would blow up, wouldn't it? Surely, if you tried to play something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Craigo, what was the overall thoughts? We'll score it. We always score it, right? So, what do we do out of 5?
Yeah.
Is that what we usually do out of?
Yeah, normally.
Oh, Craigo.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really good. Really good show again for the developer _ direct. Like I said, they always have high hopes for these because they've just kind of always been good since they've started doing them like this, and yeah, I thought this kind of nailed it again. Obviously, what the games they showed looked good, but even just like seeing the team, seeing the studios, it's always nice when they've kind of nailed the formula, right?
Yeah.
In terms of a score, I mean, it can't be too far away from the top. I'd maybe score it down a little bit because the only game that got a date was Forza Horizon. So let's go for a 4.5, I guess.
Nice. Pengi, what about you?
I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 because I like the look of all 4 games.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's 5 out of 5. 4 games look good. They showed them all in a good way. The presentation was well paced. And yeah, like I said, I mean, we could get dates. We've got Windows. I'm happy enough for that. I get game development. It can be, it's easy. It's easy enough to hit a date and then not, you know. But yeah, it's good. Kiln was a nice little surprise. And to be honest with you, I kind of knew Fable and Forza would be impressive when we saw them. I wasn't expecting to be as impressed by Beast of Reincarnation as I was. So yeah, I think it's one of those things as well. I don't know if you boys agree with me here. But we are yet to have a developer underscore direct that isn't at minimum very good. Like it's probably
Yeah.
the most consistent show we have every single year now.
Mm.
Where it's kind of like Nintendo Directs used to be, where you'd be like, oh, I can't wait for the next Nintendo Direct because we're going to get lots of good stuff. Whereas obviously now it tends to be full of farming games and all kinds of stuff. Whereas these developer directs, the deep dives they do are all pretty good. They stay out of the way. It's not too much Xboxed over or Microsoft over it. It's just the devs telling us about cool ass games, you know.
Yeah, it is like you said, it's really the best show. I think it helps that they only show like 3 or 4 games as well,
Yeah.
so you don't get all the drivel and stuff. Like the Game Awards actually wasn't that bad this year, but you don't get like all the mobile gacha games and the weird Chinese games that you did at the Game Awards because you're only focusing on the 3 or 4 titles that are most probably quite soon as well, so you can actually show a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Lovely. Well, boys, that is the show. Thank you for everyone who got this far and powered through our occasional technical difficulties. We will be back next week. What are we going to do next week, Pengi? I thought we talked about it. What are we going to do?
Games of February, I believe.
Games of February. So we'll tell you all about the games of February next week. But until then, everyone have a lovely weekend, and we will see you in the next show.
Bye.